What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Yesterday at Summer Games Fest, we finally got another juicy morsel of Onimusha Way of the Sword. I was kind of expecting we'd see something there, but what we actually ended up getting was far beyond what I thought we'd see. They've been showing little bits and pieces so far of the game, but they've kept the plot of the story pretty close to their chest up until recently. Today, I just kind of wanted to break down the trailer a little bit, because even though it's pretty short, it actually has a lot of juicy details, and some pretty fucking insane reveals. So without further ado, let's go ahead and break down this new trailer. The first really big thing in this trailer is this new realm Musashi's in. I don't know about you guys, but this definitely seems like it might be a new version of the Dark Realm. Based on previous titles, we know the Dark Realm used to be kind of a prison for defeated Genma, and this could really be a cool way to flesh out that world. We've never really had a glimpse like this into the Oni/Genma world, so this is really cool. And right here, of course, they reveal the Isen attacks. I'm probably butchering how to say that, but you know what I'm talking about. And right here, it seems like a new feature where you can rebuild structures, which is most likely to open up more traversal, or to find things like hidden chests or something like that. And of course, it can't be an Onimusha game without these soul-sucking assholes that take your souls. These enemies have always been super annoying, but I'm also really glad to see them return. And here, we finally get a glimpse at a new weapon. As opposed to the dual daggers we got in one of the previous trailers, this seems to be more of a heavy hammer vibe. And if you look closely, one of his moves seems to actually crack the fabric of reality. Which, if we want to read into this too much, could have some pretty big implications for the story, especially considering how Onimusha 3 went. I might just have to make a video about that later on, but for now, we can move on. Now, here's where things get a little weird. It seems that we're getting the return of Ozri, which, for OG Onimusha fans, is actually the first boss in Onimusha Warlords. We did not see him in any other Onimusha title outside of Warlords, so it's pretty crazy to see him return over 20 years later. Once again, the story implications of this are pretty wild, as this could just be a reference to Onimusha Warlords, or maybe just an expansion on the Dark Realm story. And if we want to get really crazy, maybe we're dealing with some alternate reality stuff, which I admit I have a soft spot for. I know a lot of people are kind of over the multiverse, alternate dimension stuff, but for some reason I just eat that shit up. Now, this fine gentleman might just be our antagonist for Way of the Sword. This is Kojiro, who happens to be deeply intertwined with the story of the actual Musashi IRL, you know, like in real life and stuff like that, as well as the Onimusha Netflix anime. He was the main antagonist there, too. So it wouldn't be too far out of the question for him to be the main bad guy here. But the thing is, he has a fucking Oni Gauntlet. Like, what is going on? We've never seen an antagonist-like character also have an Oni Gauntlet in one of the Onimusha games. I mean, hell, we haven't really seen more than one outside of Onimusha 3. There are a bunch of things this could mean, but if you want my opinion, perhaps the Oni clan is at war with itself. Now that would be a really cool story and an awesome change of pace from previous titles. Maybe they're both trying to prove themselves as the Oni champion. Or maybe Kojiro let the power of the Oni get to his head, and the Oni are sending Musashi to put a stop to him. We don't really know anything at this point, but all I know is that I'm 10 times more excited than ever to play Onimusha Way of the Sword. Kojiro seems like a pretty interesting character so far, and I can't wait to see where they take him. Lastly, we have the reveal of this mysterious woman from the Oni Gauntlet. I would presume this is the character that was speaking to Musashi through the gauntlet. There's always a chance it could be someone else, but I personally think this woman may be acting as Musashi's guide, and perhaps kind of living in his gauntlet. Kind of like the Akko role from Onimusha 3. I wouldn't be opposed to that at all, and it would definitely bring a little bit more of that nostalgic vibe. She has a little horn on her forehead, so she's pretty clearly an Oni, but we'll have to wait and see what her intentions truly are. But yeah guys, that's about every bit of new detail we got in this new trailer. Like I said, it was pretty short, but we got a bunch of new info to kind of marinate in our brains until the next trailer. Something tells me that we're a little closer to the release than we may think. And the trailers, gameplay, reveals, all that jazz are just gonna get more amped up as it gets closer to release. And I can't wait. But for now, that's all we have. What do you guys think? Did you guys see anything in the trailer I didn't point out? What do you guys think the roles of these new characters are? Be sure to let me know in the comments, and stay tuned for more dank Onimusha content. Before you go, be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe if you're new. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.